Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Let's get busy. Big in the break. It's time to flip this.
1980. Something. 1980. Something.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Chris here of 1980 Something Co. coming at you with this week's weekly preview of things that I'll be auctioning on my Pop Shop Live show. Pop Shop Live show goes down every Sunday on the Pop Shop Live app. So go get the app and use code 1980ST so you're automatically connected to me. All right, let's get into this week's auctions. The schedule for these is going to be pinned to the top of my profile on Instagram. So you'll see the pinned post, you'll see the schedule, times that your favorite pieces are going up. You'll be able to set your alarm so you don't miss the auction. You'll be able to see the details, size and all that, picture of all of them put together. But right now I'm going to show them to you here in the flesh, and I'm going to tell you why I picked out those tees. All right, let's do it. First up, here we go. Size XL on the 90s fruity tag. A nice little fade to this one. We got the Chief Joseph. Hear me, my chiefs, I am tired. My heart is sick and sad from where the sun now stands. I will fight no more forever. This one just has an amazing image. It comes from a line of tees that have Native American legends on them. Chief Joseph, this is one that I had not seen. So they all have the name down here in the corner, but this one is on black. The ones that I've seen are all white and they look like a photograph, like a one color monochromatic photo of that person. This one takes it a step further and has the quote there. So that's a cool piece on the 90s fruity. All right, next shirt is going to be our tag of the week, guys. So if you remember on my last video, I told you guys about the SSI tag. Well, today I'm going to tell you about the Undazia tag. Undazia. All right, so this is always going to be a quality blank. This one is single stitch on the sleeves, single stitch down here at the bottom. I've always seen this one be single stitch. On Dazia, you're gonna find a lot of art prints on there. You're gonna find a lot of MC Escher. I feel like it was a shirt brand that made museum souvenir clothing because a lot of it is like art prints. In this case, we have an MC Escher all over print. Really dope piece. So it's like a giant eye, MC Escher illustration, and then you got the skull inside the pupil. This thing is insane. Keep an eye out for the Ondazia. One thing that kind of stands out about Ondazia is that they also have this special line of Alice in Wonderland shirts. I don't know the background behind that. Maybe there was an exhibit on Alice in Wonderland because the artwork for those tees is very unique, not really from the movie. It looks like it's probably from the book. Maybe someone who with more knowledge can drop some in the comments. But I just wanted to shine a light on this Ondazia tag because it's a quality tag and you're always gonna find cool prints on it. Some that would have been sold in a museum for maybe like an art exhibit or a history, something about history. So yeah, Ondazia tags, check them out, guys. Really good tag. Up next, we have this size XL on Gildan Heavy Cotton Altoids shirt. Just a good graphic on this one, good color on this one. I love that minty color with the spaceman there. I remember these promos from the 90s. So when I saw this one pop up, I had to get my hands on it. All right, so here we have a super grail, one of the hottest pieces probably from the roster for this week, guys. We have this 90s single stitch all around Frida. Anytime a new Frida pops up, people go crazy for it. This is one that I had not seen before. A lot of times you'll find them on weird kind of blanks, maybe overseas. You know, she's a global icon, so people know her all over the world. So there's always like merch made for her. Even though it is missing the tag, I believe just by looking at the shirt that this was on a 90s fruity. So a 90s fruity is this one. This one's like a lot of people's favorite vintage tag, 90s vintage tag. I look at the shirt, I look at the collar here, I look at the stitching, I feel the shirt. It really does feel like this was an XL 90s fruity, and it's just missing the tag now. Say this is one of the hottest Frida tees I've seen in a while. Just the pink background, just the bold image of her, her name there at the bottom. This is an incredible piece, guys. I'm really excited to see what this one goes for. All right, up next we have this 90s Donkey Kong all over print shirt. This one is a classic, crazy big graphic, all over print, and then it's got Donkey Kong Country hit on the back. One of my favorite video games growing up. I played this game so much, wild that it's all over print. Here's a funny one that I'm gonna add to the auction just because you never see any t-shirts for this show. Sex and the City, except it says Rex and the City with Sarah Jessica Barker. And it has parodies of everybody's names. So you got right here, Mirandog. There's never any Sex and the City tees, and that was such an iconic show. So anytime I see anything Sex and the City, which is pretty much never, I pick that up immediately. So Sex and the City and Big Dog's parody, I'll take it. This next one is a piece that, so I've never seen any shirts for this cartoon. I feel like maybe I have. They were super small and not nearly as good as this one I'm about to show you guys. This is a size XL, and 80s shirts are always really tiny, but this one has some good length to it, some good measurements. I'd say it measures like a straight up good XL. This one is a 1988 Smurfs. You got the big 88 in the back, Hanna-Barbera NBC, copyright 88, and you got all the Smurfs on here, guys. So if you watch Smurfs, I'm pretty sure they got the whole gang on there. Super cool, no flaws on this one, guys. Great graphic. I can't wait to see what this one goes for as well, because again, there's no Smurfs tees out there. No Smurfs tees out there. Last show, I showed you some Blackout tees. I explained to you that it's whenever they have like the cartoon character looking like they have a light shining on them from an angle. So this week, I came up on a total of 5 Blackout tees. So I'm gonna get into them, and I'm gonna save the last 2 for after I show these first 3, because the first 3 are actually gonna be available. The last 2 I'm giving to a friend who is collecting Blackout tees, and these 2 were just some of the hardest ones. These were like the unicorn pieces that I found this weekend. So I want to see him get that collection together and just finally say that he got the whole collection. We got the XL Oscar the Grouch Blackout. This is a good one. This is a rare one. It will be available this Sunday. All 3 of these will. We have this XL Underdog. The last Underdog went for about $150. I'm hyped to get my hands on another one. This one pops up. It's not as rare as those first 2, but I love this fade, so I had to pick it up. Scooby Doo, nice little faded joint right here, size large. All right, now here are the super rare boys right here. So first up, we got this size XL Big Bad Pete. Insane. That's the front with the Big Bad Pete back hit. So my buddy has like a catalog, pretty much like screenshots of all the ones that he's ever seen from another collector that does have them all. And this is one that was not in those screenshots, so his jaw was probably on the floor when I sent him the picture for this one. Size XL. On the changes tag, we have the Pinky and the Brain. Pinky and the Brain, so good. And then it has the Pinky and the Brain hit on the back. This one is crazy because I have seen that there is a Pinky solo. So to find the Pinky and the Brain together, there's probably gonna be a Brain solo out there. So super crazy piece, guys. I love this one. The color, it looks like there's a green light coming from this side. So good, so good. All right, up next we got this size XL. It looks like Paulie Malignaggi. Nice little boxing tee right there. I know in the boxing world he has some history. I know there will be somebody who appreciates the rarity of this tee because you just never see any Paulie Malignaggi tees. So I had to pick that one up. I picked up this Terrell Davis. Love having sports tees and these kind of like player tees right here that has their name. Just kind of this same format. They have them for NFL and NBA as well, and probably even NHL, but only right now I think it's for all sports. I think even MLB, all of them. I'm a big fan of China tees. So here's an original D Generation X tee where you got the original members of D Generation X and you got China in the cut. Keeping it on the wrestling page, we have this nice little XL Kane tee. Raise some Kane. Super dope. You got his mask there on the classic wrestling tee format. Says, "Welcome to Hell." You got the wrestler on the front with their name, and then on the back you have a tagline for them. So a lot of wrestling tees are built like that. I love it. Up next we have this Shakespeare, Dickens, Melville, Foley. That's right, this Mick Foley, nicely faded wrestling tee dated 1999. Literature has a whole new face. Mick Foley, wrestler, author. Then we have this nice little XL on Red Bar Anvil. This one is dated, I believe, 1999 Kobe. So we call this the Froby because this is when Kobe had the little fro going on right there. So you got a nice little animated Kobe. No flaws on this one. Another one that I'm super excited to see how it does. Rest in peace to the GOAT. I'm even thinking about keeping this one. This thing's crazy. Sheesh. Let me try this thing on real quick. Oof. How is it? Is it a good fit? This is a crazy graphic. And then last but certainly not least, we have this size XL on Red Bar Anvil. A nice little banger to close it out. The Nirvana Incesticide, guys. Whew. Single all around. Dated 1994 with no flaws. We'll be having this one as well as the others that I just showed on this Sunday show on Pop Shop Live. Super excited to see y'all there. I'm Chris Fernandez of 1980 Something Co. and I am out. Have a great week. Peace.